Hello guys, how's it going? I'm going to start this drawing right here by dividing each space that you're seeing on this screen into 2 centimeters. I'll mark a border right here vertically and horizontally, also dividing it into 2 centimeters. Notice that it is always an increment of 2 centimeters. And right here as well, vertically, I'll divide it at the border. And these internal divisions right here will mark only on the part that's inside the border. The border we mark it at the beginning. Then I'll make the markings right here. I'm using a marker to, do it faster. I made the markers with a pencil, the divisions. And right here, marking with a marker. You can use a small pen or marker, that's okay, but it needs to have a slightly thicker tip. This sheet of paper is 22 centimeters vertically and 14 centimeters horizontally. Now I'll divide 7 centimeters vertically and 5 horizontally. And I'll make the connection of these 2 points diagonally. Now I'll divide spaces of 1 centimeter. It will result in 5 divisions horizontally and 7 divisions vertically. I'll draw parallel lines. But notice one thing, for example, the spaces in the lower part are much smaller. I'll use another marker with a slightly finer tip, and I'll mark the bottom of the square in the diagonal. I'm erasing, guys, just because I don't want to, you guys get too confused when visualizing the lines. But I'm using a pen right here, and you can use a regular pen as long as it is black, okay? You can use any kind of pen you have available. I just recommend that it be black. I'll mark these squares. We're going to create kind of a chessboard pattern right here. In these lines, vertical, parallel lines, I'm going to use the same pen because I want the same thickness. And don't forget that the division in the lower part, it is a bit smaller than the upper part of the drawing. And we want to maintain the same height when making the lines horizontally. You see that as it approaches the lower part of the drawing, it decreases the distance between the markings. And that's what we want, guys. We want this kind of effect. We want this kind of detail on the wall. You can already see that we have other divisions that we want. And now I'm going to make this detail that we want right here on the ceiling, okay? We want this kind of effect. It is like a wall with bricks, with exposed bricks. I always mark one part of the division and then in the other no. And I'll adjust the roller as we approach the base. We want to create a diagonal effect in the lines. In this part, guys, I didn't like this too much, this division, so I'll invert it. I'll mark this upper part right here. Okay, now it is better. It is the same process. I just inverted the part I marked and the ones I left unmarked, you know, to get the size of the bricks that I want. I recommend you guys to use a roller because you want to align all these parts. I marked it with a pencil initially, and now I'm going to use a pen. The same one we use it to make the horizontal lines. And I'm doing this because I want a line, a finer line, you know? And now, notice that I'm going to paint these squares right here on the base, on the edge. But I'm going to paint one and the other, I'm going to leave it blank. However, the corners, the four squares in the corners will be left blank. There is no need to explain right here. It is just, you know, fill them in. Just be careful because you don't want to paint two squares in a row. We follow the same pattern of a chessboard. Okay, but are completed. Now we're going to mark the squares in the background of this drawing. It'll be literally a chessboard. Remember that there are 5 vertical divisions and 7 divisions horizontally. A 5x7 chessboard. And also remember, guys, that the sheet of paper measures 14 centimeters horizontally and 22 centimeters vertically. Okay, completed the marking of the chessboard. Now I'll erase right here to remove some of the graphite that stayed on the markings. I'll get the pencil and I'm using a 6B pencil. But of course you can use any other kind of pencil, a 4B, that's okay. But a darker pencil will help a lot and you're going to create kind of a gradient effect. Just be careful not to leave marks. Try to, you know, make it very slightly. We want to create a shadow, so be careful. Right here in the corners, I'll leave it darker in each corner. It'll be a bit darker, but as it goes along the wall at the base and next to the chessboard we mark it, it'll get darker too. And as it goes up towards the edge, it will get a bit lighter. So we're going to create this gradient right here. It'll lighten a bit as it approaches the edge. Using the same pencil, guys, I'm going to paint the little squares, the blank squares. I go over with the pencil a bit stronger because I want it to be a bit darker. And now the blending tool. Of course, if you don't have a blending tool to blend the pencil lines, you can use a cotton swab or a tissue, that's okay. I'm going to use a tissue paper. I fold it diagonally, and then I have this tip right here that I support with my finger, and then I'll blend the refined on the paper. And see how nice it gets. The effect is very nice. The difference is quite noticeable, as you can see. Blending with a tissue is very good. I just advise you guys to take a double-sided and soft tissue. And right here on the chessboard, you can go over here. As I said, okay, you can use a tissue or a cotton swab. And right here, guys, we have the final result of our drawing. You can see that by moving the drawing, you can achieve a very interesting perspective and optical illusion effect. Very nice. The drawing gives a very nice three-dimensional effect, an illusion effect. And that's it, guys. You can play with objects, for example, fitting some object in there like a mechanical pencil that I'm doing. You can see a very nice depth effect. But it is a very nice and cool effect. We have a 3D drawing right here with an illusion effect. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video. And thank you for being with me until now. And leave a comment right here with your question. If you want to learn any other kind of drawing, I'll be happy to help you, and I'm happy to be here, guys, to help you, okay? Thank you very much. Keep practicing, and see you next.